We're gonna try it like this. All right. So, family was my God, and mainly one of the main things that had me going was I felt special because I was like, dang, we got family that's related to Snoop. These cats is going through murder with the case and all that stuff was going on. I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on for me that attracted you to the music, especially if you knew somebody or you had relatives or somebody distant relative, you know what I mean? Kinfolk, you know what I mean? So it's a situation. But I was really confused because I didn't really know my identity, you know what I mean? I just knew that black people was black people. So it really threw me off when like moms, I was younger. She got married. Pops and moms came out of high school, had a kid. They didn't have no marriage going. Moms got married to some other man and moved me out to La Palma. So I grew up in La Palma a little bit. Living in La Palma, moving out of Compton, it was really rough. I always went back to Compton every day because I never stopped going to school out there. We just moved and I went there every day. When mom dropped me off in the morning on her way to work, I'd go with granny. You know what I mean? So granny raised me and moms, truth be it. So it was a time when, like I said, I didn't really understand because I always got picked on for having nice hair or because I kept myself a certain way. And when I was younger, some cats tried to get a hold of your boy and tried to molest me when I was younger. And my uncle was there to save me, Like he really kind of put things straight and put some real justice and law down. So I want to say big up to Uncle Herb, Big Bird, you know who you are. And the whole Bird family, the Calhoun family, the Newhouse family, the Bush family, the Dine family, the Toki family, the Unga family, the Fonua family, all of my fam. I want to say what's up. Anybody I forgot? My Olive family, my Vaitai family, all of y'all. I forgot none of y'all. My Khalifi family, my Pa'u family. I ain't forgot none of y'all. All of my Sanchez family, my Rodriguez family, all my Latin fam, I ain't forgot y'all. Because I'm not I'm not a gangbanger, okay? I'm not a national gangbanger. I'm not a city gangbanger. I'm not a gangbanger. I don't do that. That's not what I do. I'm not saying that my points ain't up. If I wanted to be like that, it'd be crazy. You know what I mean? But I'm not a gangbanger. That's not what I do. I'm a family man. So, point of order, just getting back on track. Early 2000s, we was in Long Beach recording music. It wasn't working out. I was going through some things with a bad relationship. You know what I'm saying? I had a Kruger situation going on, tearing me up. You know what I'm saying? But the Kruger I was dealing with, she was dealing with a magazine called Latin Style Magazine, and that magazine was a really popping thing that was rising. You know what I'm saying? During that time, I met a lot of cool people around her that are in the magazines and movies and stuff like that, and it really gave me an insight in the mindset of how I should think when trying to pursue that career. So speeding things up, by the time we got to 2000 and I say 2003, I met the Empress at Bar Marty Festival in Long Beach. I was supposed to be at church. For the first time, I tried to get really knowledgeable about God. So I felt like it was my responsibility to make that step. So before I went to the Bar Marty Festival the year before that, I was going for a while to a church in Inglewood called Bible Enrichment Fellowship International. Peace to my pastor, Bam Crawford, Beverly Ann Martin. Bless. Wonderful lady, taught me everything I can think of to get to where I'm at and to the next level and the next level, and we still here going. But after that, I had an experience where I actually went to the Mormon church, and a lot of people had stuff to say that never been, never did it. They had their own experience. They didn't have my experience. So my experience was an experience that took me all the way to the Melchizedek priesthood. My Toki family took me in because I was going through hard times with my family. My mom's was going through some hard times with life, and I was trying to rise. You know what I mean? And mom's really blocking my light. Me and her was clashing, so she was blocking my light a lot, and she couldn't see me for who I was. And dealing with her new husband and things like that, it was really difficult because she can't serve two masters, or she can't be in two places at one time. She already had a son. That's her responsibility and everything. Not trying to be rough on the women, but she ain't doing that no more. So I had this thing inside of me to carry that she really didn't know what's going on because she never been in my shoes like that. At the age I was, as a younger person, that affects you. So just to kind of back to a point of order, going through things with moms, I moved in with the Tokis. When I moved in with the Tokis, Vika Toki, she really cared for me. She loved me. I mean? She called me her son, and the same thing goes for Velenica Puma. That's my mom. You know what I mean? Like that's during the time and season, things change, people grow, people move on, relationships change. People rise to Zion. I'm still feeling the pain from grandma missing. So it's hard for me to talk about that topic. But I actually joined the Mormon church, and I mean, I thought I was in Jamaica. That's how much reggae influences so many people they don't even know that run Mormon church, reggae is a big thing. Music is a really good thing. They have their own musicians. They have their own music instruments. They have a place for this. So it's a lot of strong emotions conjuring when you're dealing with certain people's religion and background, right, and family history and culture. But I was especially blessed because the woman that took me in and adopted me was one of the old kings of Tonga's granddaughters, and she was our ward historian. You know what I'm saying? Big up to the ward. You know who you are. I'm not gonna put you on blast because it's a weird situation. You know what I mean? I still got my family. You can't change that. I don't care about all the Scientologist vibes and all that stuff they be talking about, dealing with all that family church telling you who you can have as family. Nah, I don't deal with that. I deal with the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Family is everything. The books can change, words change, definitions change, and people get stupid. So sticking to the order, like I said, I couldn't believe so much reggae, and it was blowing my mind away. I mean, they was playing Lucky Dube, they was playing Sizzla, Capleton. I was hearing all the Yellow Man. I mean, all I ever heard growing up was Bob Marley because that's all I could afford. You know what I mean? I really didn't know. And then when I started really finding things out, it really shocked me because I was in the position to make something happen. So I got baptized to the Melchizedek. I got baptized into the Mormon church, and I was a member of the Melchizedek priesthood. And on the day I was supposed to go to church, I ended up going to the Bob Marley Festival. I had to know, why is this? I couldn't understand, how are they making sense of all this? I wasn't listening deep enough to the vibe. So it threw me off because I ended up falling in love with reggae. And then I realized I was always in love with music. And that day I was supposed to go to church, right? I had church services to do. I already bought my ticket and everything. I didn't know I was going to meet my wife there. She was supposed to be at church herself. It was a Sunday, Bob Marley Festival, 2002, 2003. We were really in a whole different place. You know what I mean? This world is different. This new world order brought a new world. Nibiru, I don't know. Planet X, I don't know. Who knows? But we know we're here. So we got something to create. But I really I took a wild turn because I got sick years after I got baptized, and after I got taught certain things and was exposed to certain knowledge, and I seen things for myself beyond certain people that were supposed to be in authority. So I had to grow out. I couldn't just stay inside the tight socks. I had to bust out the elastic, man, and really see who I am. So I never disrespect. I never gave up. I never got kicked out of no churches or no religion, none of that. I never got kicked out. I moved with the spirit when I came, and I moved with the spirit when I rose and when I superseded. So I'm not trying to be arrogant or sound better or bigger than anybody else, but what God was doing in my life wasn't what he was doing in y'all's. So remember, there's people out there that you got to consider like that. Don't do negative stuff to people because you understand. People always want to fight and war with stuff they don't understand or with stuff that they don't sense that is of their order. Stick to your order. You know what I'm saying? Stick to your science. Stick to your harmony. Stick to your peace. You know what I mean? Get things straight and know that you ain't got to put energy and indulge in other conversations or certain stupid topics. But I came into that music, man. The way I came in, it was like home run, sliding in. And the reggae was really holding me and wrapping me up. Kept me strong. Had a good job. Met my queen at the Bob Marley Festival. And not shortly after that, I knew she was the one. I knew she was the one when I met her to that point. But as far as marriage, it was a very short time before I knew she was the one. And I committed myself. And she committed herself. So we had to really stop doing a lot of stuff and grow up real fast because we knew that time was ticking. And I had just gotten baptized and she wasn't a member. So during that time, my wife was actually a member of a whole other church that her family was running. Her family is a really known family for having a lot of ministers in the church and stuff like that. So she came from a spiritual discipline background. You know what I mean? And it helped me a lot. She helped me keep myself together and float. You know what I mean? And she kept things together for me and held me down when I had to go on vacations, when I had to go on tours. She held me down. You know what I mean? When I had to deal with family issues, when I was a life coach. When I first started doing life coach work, she would hold me down the whole time. Y'all, I swear, she's an amazing woman. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a queen like that. And I remember I had an opportunity to do music with a brother by the name of Leka. Leka was a brother who's resting in Zion right now. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother, Fonua. And he was my drummer. And we had a little band we put together called Indigenous People. We only performed twice because things started falling apart. You know what I mean? Things started falling apart when we got a chance to perform twice. And we did it. The last performance was with another brother named Cherokee. And he was with this concept called David and the Lions of Zion. But we came together because we wanted to make a good sound. We got together for rehearsal one night when I first had my twin girls. My son, right after my son was born, I had my twin girls a couple years later, and we were at the house here in Stanton, and it was crazy because we uh we had a vibe. You know what I mean? A lot of people felt that, like they were digging it. You know what I mean? We had a vibe. You know what I mean? And it was a trip because I was related to him. My wife was actually